Hello everyone, welcome to RPA Learners, and in this video we're going to see another use case, which is how to send mails based on a condition from the Excel input using Robocorp. And let me show you the use case that we're going to build today. We minimize this, and if you see, we have an input Excel where we have name and then the technology. If you see, we have name and then Robocorp and RPA as a technology. So let's say we need to check for the technology of RPA and we need to send an email based on that, right? So let's first we need to read this and see in the technology part. If it is RPA, then we are going to send mail to whoever that is required to take. Let's say if you have another column which is email, and if you have specific emails for RPA, every RPA, then you can it will send to those emails, right? But for now we are going to send a default email at once. If you want to have a different use case with this, you can do that as well. This is what we are going to do. Before that, I will tell you what we're gonna learn in this use case. The first thing that you're going to learn is how to use a file as a secret file to store the credentials, because we're going to use the username and the passwords and the email. So we're going to store them in a secure file and then use that file in Robocorp. And the second part is you will learn how to authorize a IMAP SMTP mail using Robocorp, and then how to send a mail in Robocorp, right? And let's go ahead and see what are the things that you need to do before actually implementing this use case. What are the changes that you need to do to your Google account so that you can send a mail. First, let me show you that. Let's minimize this. This is our Visual Studio, and in Chrome, what you need to do, open your Gmail account, and if you see here the settings option, if you click on that, see all settings, and there is an option called forwarding and POP IMAP. If you click on that, you need to enable this IMAP. If you just click on this enable IMAP and then click save changes, and that is one thing that you need to do. And the other thing is click on your account and manage your Google account and go to security, and if you go down here, you see an option called less secure app access, and you need to enable it. By default it is off. You need to on. And so let's go to Visual Studio again. So those are the two things that you need to do. One is switch on the less secure apps, and the other one is enable the IMAP settings. So the first thing is we need to use the library, which is one, we are going to read a CSV file, and this input file is a CSV file. So we're going to read this CSV file. For that we need tables library, and we need IMAP SMTP library as well in order to send the email. So let's first use that library, RPA dot tables. One is tables, RPA dot email dot IMAP SMTP, and those are the two. And we need to have the variables, which is our file path. Let's create a variable which holds the CSV file. Let's say it as a data file, which is dt.csv. And we also discussed something about storing the credentials in a file and using that as a secure credentials in Robocorp. Let's see how we can do that. And if you go here, we have a folder. If you go to the root folder of Robocorp, we generally have one output folder, and everything else is stored inside our main project folder. And there you need to create another folder which is dev data or anything of your name, and you need to create two JSON files. One is environment.json and the other one is vault.json. This is our secured vault, and other one is the environment.json. Let me open the environment.json, where you need to provide the RPA secret manager. This is same for everyone. You can make the same file, and the RPA secret file, you need to provide the file path where it is located. It doesn't necessarily need to be here. It can be stored in the desktop and you can reference it from here. And let me show you how the vault.json will be. And this is how the vault.json is. You can we are using credentials. We need to use the username as a mail ID. We are using that, and password as a password for to connect that to particular mail. And then if you want other credentials, you can create an object here. So this is how you store these values and reference it in Robocorp. So we have this environment.json, so we also need to use that library in order to get the values out of it. For that, we need to use another library which is rpa.robocorpcloud.secrets, the one here at the top. Now we have all the libraries that are required, and we also have the CSV file as an input data file, and the keyword is what we are going to send email, right? Let's name it as sending email. So let's name this as sending email. After that, what I need to do in the sending email, I need to authorize the Gmail, and then I need to send that particular mail. For that, first I need to get the values for the email and the password. For that, I'm creating a variable to store that value, which let's name this as secret, and we can get that secret using the get secret keyword. Get secret, if you see there, it is showing the suggestions, and you need to provide the secret name or the JSON name. What is the JSON that is defined in that JSON file? In the JSON file, we used credentials, and now we have our dictionary of key value pair, which holds the value of the username and the password as well. And then firstly, you need to authorize the Gmail, right? For authorization, you need to use this particular keyword, which is authorize. Authorize, and then we need to provide the username or the mail ID, and which is secret of username, right? We given that as username. After that, the second argument is the password. Let's create the password as well, which is secret and password. After that, we need to provide the server, SMTP server, which is SMTP server, which is smtp.gmail.com. smtp.gmail.com. Now we have the server as well, and we need to give the port number, which is SMTP port, and the port number is 587. Now we are done with the authorization of our mail. What we need to do now, we have the authorization that we can send the mails across. We need to send the particular mail, and we have send message. If you see here, which is send message, which is RPA, email, IMAP, and SMTP. If you click on that, we need to provide the sender and the recipients and the subject and the body, right? Let's mention them here. And our sender is same, which is secret username. I'm keeping it simple. I'm sending it to the same user again, and the recipient is the same. I'm sending it to me again. So let me copy this, and in the recipients, let me paste this. So now we have the sender and the recipients as well. Now we need to mention the subject and the body. Let's say I will provide subject as RPA bot message. This is the subject, and I will write the same thing in the body. Now I'm sending the message on in the body as well. So this is how you send message of Gmail using SMTP IMAP. Now we have our sending email ready, but as our use case, we need to read the CSV file, and we need to send the mail for only data which has RPA in the technology column, right? For that, let's do that in the task section. We are not using any other keyword. First, we need to have a data DT which holds the values of the Excel or the CSV file, where we can read table from CSV keyword, and we need to mention the path, and the path is, we already defined it, which is data file. Now the DT has the values from the CSV. Now we need to iterate it. For iteration, we have for there is an error here, let's say, yeah, and for let's see what's the error that it is throwing us. Or has no loop variables, has no in. Let's save this. Let's come here. Task. Now let's take a for in, and if you see here, we have element. Let's make it as row, and in we are not using any list, we are using the data table, which is DT. Now in row, we have all the complete row data. We need to have only the technology value in order to compare. Let's use an if condition here, if else statement. If the variable, what is the variable? We need to get the row value, which is row, and we need to have the technology value, technology column value. So we need to mention it as technology, and let's remove this. Now we mentioned it as row of technology is equal to row of technology, but we are not looking at row of technology equal to row of technology, but we are looking at row of technology value is equal to a particular string or not. So that is RPA, and this is not a integer, so we need to mention as it in double quotes so that it considers it as string. And we don't need this log. Let's remove this. And if it is equal to, then what I need to do, if it is RPA, I need to use this sending email keyword so that it will send that particular email to the required user. And let's log this. Let's say email not sent, right? Now we got our use case covered, where we are searching in a CSV file where if the technology column has RPA, then we are sending an email to that particular user. And if it is not RPA, we are not doing anything. We are simply logging it as email not sent. And in the sending email, we got our credentials from a JSON file, and we authorized the IMAP using this SMTP gmail.com server, and the port number is 587. With the use of send message keyword, we are sending a particular message to that particular email. And now let's go ahead and execute this and see whether we are able to send this message in the Gmail or not. Let's click on run. Let's wait for the execution to complete, and then we will see whether we are able to successfully complete it or not. And this is how we can send the email. And we got an error which says row has no key called technology. It doesn't has any key called technology. Technology doesn't has anything. Okay, let's open the file again, dt.json, dt.csv, and let's check whether we have that particular file or not. dt.csv, and what is the column name of which is technology, TCHNOLOGY, and here we have technology only. Okay, let's go ahead and check the execution file. Let's refresh this. If you see here, it is considering the name and technology as a single column, so we need to make the headers of this particular CSV. And here let's say header equal to true. Let's save this. Let's execute it now. Let's verify whether it is taking those values or not. I'm sure it will take this time, because it is not considering the name and technology as columns before. We kept this open. Let's close this. Now the execution is completed. Let's go ahead and see. Let's refresh this, and the server address and these warnings you can neglect it, because instead of using file JSON file, we need to use robocorp.vault. When we will see that when we actually learning about the cloud control room of Robocorp. And in this section, if you see here in the where, it doesn't go to if condition because it is not RPA, it is Robocorp. It went for else. And in this section it went to if, because it is technology column is RPA. And in the third it went to else because it is Robocorp again. So let's see the email whether it is sent or not. If you see here, we received the email, and if you see the RPA bot message, that what we sent, and the subject as well, RPA bot message. From here, if you see here, we send that RPA bot message. And this is how you can send emails from an Excel file, making checking a condition. And that's it for this use case and the video. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please consider subscribing for more videos. Thanks for watching.